check that on my phone also.
Sure.
But whatever. There's one problem.
Go ahead.
Actually, on YouTube, it only shows either of us when we are talking, but I want both of us to be there at one point.
In the frame, yeah.
Yeah, in the frame. There's one problem.
I think I'm getting your voice recorded.
Echo. Okay, yeah. One second. How to do that? Just give me 1 second, sir. I'll just look on
Take your
YouTube.
time.
only.
Take your time. I'll
Yeah.
just quickly get. Take your time. I'll bring some coffee. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm just posting on my Instagram story so that people will also join. So I'll just share the YouTube link to them, sir, so that they can directly
Okay.
join on YouTube, and I'll see whatever questions are they asking.
Okay. I think my frame changed a little bit. Let me.
Oh, that they must it must have zoomed. Yes, maybe because of that. Okay.
This frame is okay,
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
and I'm going to look at you, not up. So like atas, yeah,
Yes.
like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll also start the recording in a meanwhile. Yeah. I'll just share.
तुम्हाला काय अशी आधी नोटीस नाही द्यायला लागत तुमच्या फॉलोअर्स ना की
सर
कसं
ऍक्च्युली
करता?
मी लाईव्ह प्लॅन केलं नव्हतं ना सर. मला वाटलं
Okay.
की रेकॉर्डेड आपण लॉन्च करू, बट आय थिंक पीपल विल स्टील जॉईन.
Okay.
सर तुमचं इंस्टाग्राम हँडल डॉक्टर गोडसे रवी 1 बरोबर हे जण सर?
At Dr.
ऍट
Yeah, Dr. Godse Ravi one. Yeah.
ओके, मी त्याच्यावरती
हा,
तुम्हाला टॅग
at
करतो.
असतंच राहत. Dr.
हो
Godse
हो
Ravi
हो
one. Yeah,
हो.
yeah, yeah.
मी टाकलाय सर, चालेल.
Okay.
मुलं करतील जॉईन आता
Perfect.
होपफुली. युट्यूबवर ऑलरेडी
आपण आवाज
10 मुलं आहेत युट्यूबवरती ऑलरेडी.
ठीक आहे, ठीक आहे. हा, काय जेवढे असतील
येस
तेवढे, कारण मग ते काय रेकॉर्डिंग कधी बघू शकतात ना. Right,
येस
yeah.
सर, येस सर, ऍब्सोल्युटली. त्याच्यामध्ये पण मी मल्टी स्पीकर व्ह्यू पिन ऍड केलंय तरी सुद्धा मला कळत नाहीये आपण दोघे का दिसत नाही ऍट अ टाइम.
स्विच होत आहे का आपल्या दोघांमध्ये?
माझा माझा लॅपटॉपच बंद केला आता तर.
No
ठीक आहे,
problem.
स्ट्रीम याच्यावरनं स्टॉप लाईव्ह स्ट्रीम. अच्छा, लाईव्ह स्ट्रीम चालूच आहे, तेवढं तरी बरं आहे.
Okay.
या म्हणजे दोन्ही एकत्रच कनेक्टेड आहे फोन्स.
Okay.
I'll just start recording. I mean,
Sure.
in case just.
Yeah, then you can release the recording also, you know. Yeah.
हा, आता छान दिसतंय. आता
Okay,
छान
perfect.
दिसतंय. युट्यूब वरती पण परफेक्ट दिसतंय आता.
Perfect,
येस
perfect.
येस.
Let's go ahead then. Yeah.
हो, राईट सर. ओके सर, काही तुमचे स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक्स असतील आपण चालू करायच्या अगोदर फक्त तुम्हाला एकदा सांगू शकता की याच्यावरती एम्फेसाइज कर.
Whatever comes to your mind. I don't need to. I would prefer not to know the question. Extempore is best. जो बात
येस.
दिल से निकलती है असर रखती है, ताकत नहीं ताकते परवाज मगर रखती है.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. So, first of all, hi guys. We have Dr. Ravi sir with us, who has been actively practicing in US, and today we have immense pleasure to welcome him on the Beyond the Whiteboard podcast, where we are discussing with him the opportunities and exactly the comparison of the India versus US when it comes to healthcare. And because we are in that umbrella in India, or you can say in a shell, we feel that this is all the world. But when I watched Sir's video on Instagram, I got so much inspiration from that, that this is the age to take some extra steps to dare and dare to dream. So that's why I requested Sir, and gracefully he accepted in the first go. So thank you so much for that, Sir. And your content, your videos, it's always inspiring for the not only for doctors. I've seen that many other people also enjoy it. So first of all, thank you for that, sir. And please, uh, yes, sir. Would like
I
to
think
know, yes, sir. Would like to know
I
about when it comes to talk to juniors, or when it comes to interact with the fellow Indian students, or any students in that matter of fact. How do you approach, or do you enjoy that, or you find it little irritating?
no. I mean, I was an extremely irritating student myself, you know, right? So, but that's how it should be, you know. Means in 1899, there's a famous German company called Bayer that came up with a medication that was going to cure all infections. And so they used that medication like candy, and everybody's fever was getting better. And a pesky little medical student spoke up, and he
Right,
said, patient only feels better. They are not getting better, because that was treating the fever, acetyl salicylic acid, aspirin,
right,
you know. So
right.
it's medical. So the first thing I would say is, in United States, it's very important to assimilate. So we
Okay.
don't call anybody sir in United States. So that's the first thing. Like, we just call them by their name, like doctor, whatever it is. We don't call them. They get very confused if we call them. Nowadays, people won't get confused because there are so many Indians. You can hit a stone
Yes.
without hitting an Indian doctor. In fact, the hospital that I'm sitting right now,
Yes, sir.
12 years ago, they introduced a robot to
Oh.
deliver medicines, and you just disappeared from the screen. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes. Sorry.
yeah, 12 years ago they delivered to deliver medication, and I could figure out whoever was from India on that day, because that robot stops automatically, right? So all the people born in India were standing in front of that robot like Shah Rukh Khan with their arms spread to see if the robot stops. And the American nurses and doctors were just laughing at that. They said, "What's wrong with you guys? Like, means the robot is going to stop. Why does each and every one of you have to check that?" So,
Yes.
assimilation is very important, because United States is the place where you are going to meet people from Bangladesh, from Iran, from Afghanistan, from Russia, from Ukraine. And that's how the world is going to be, in future. So if you
Yes.
want to understand the world, you have to be there. So I think assimilation is important. And I think all medical students means this program is basically for doctors, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is for
Yeah.
doctor,
So
medical students. Yes, sir.
yeah. So then I think I would strongly urge them to consider a stint in United States. Now you would say like, oh, but just look at the current atmosphere, like whether you are going to get the H-1B job, whether you are going to, that American dream
Yeah.
of like buying a big house, a big car, whatever. But like Somerset mom used to say, it's better to have learned and lost than never to have learned at all. So at the end of 3 or 4 or 5 years, if you see no job, you see no prospect, and you're not going to get the American dream, I would still say come to United States just for 3 to 5 years. And we talk about this thing, dignity of work and this and that. That's all fake. It's
Yes,
like a
sir.
Manmohan Desai movie, it's like Amar Akbar Anthony, nothing like this exists, So to
Yeah.
understand what is dignity of work, how work is approached, how you think outside the box, United States is the only place in the world. So what you need to do is, even if you know you're not going to get a job, if you get a chance to come here to do something, is absolutely worth every penny. It will change your life. Means it's not, I think thinking wise, we are brighter,
Right.
but to adopt those ideas, I think United States is like literally the king. Means, for example, I'll give you two examples. There was a 28-year-old guy. He was not able to sell any cars after Second World War, and his job depended. He could feed his family only if he could sell cars, and nobody was buying cars. He was a Ford salesman. The year was 1956. Eisenhower was just about to win re-election. He came up with an idea: 56 for 56. You pay $56 a month and drive home a new 1956 Ford. That was the birth of EMI. One guy, Lee Iacocca, who went on to become the CEO of Ford. Say in like when Peshwas were fighting the British in 1818, if Bajirao II's gun jams, that's it. But if Bajirao's firing pin is wrong and Trimbakji's trigger is wrong, you could just put one trigger and one firing pin and make one gun out of it.
Yes.
A, a machine with interchangeable parts, United States. Assembly line, United States. Means name one thing that is of consequence that was not discovered in United States in last 150 years, with the exception of television. Most everything was. So I would strongly urge the medical students in India just to, and even if they want to practice in India, even if they want to do everything, it's just totally different. So you should definitely do it, and it's actually much easier than you think to come here.
Yes. I'm there, sir. Actually, there was some background noise. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, no problem. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
long as we see me, I'm okay. Acha.
I can, sir. I can. Yes, sorry.
No.
Yes, sir. Sir, I would like to know about how how you dreamt of these things. I mean, like from where you started as a student, and then where did you do your UG? What were thoughts back then, or you were
You
always
know,
studious?
I would love to talk about me. I mean, that's the topic I like the most. Like Oscar Wilde was asked at a party
Yes.
that, did you enjoy yourself? He said,
Uh-huh.
yeah, there was nothing else to enjoy. Right. So, but I would rather in the beginning, I mean, we could talk about if more people are going to join, but I think
Yes,
let's
sir.
make it very useful for them. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
Agreed.
how to actually come to United States. I mean, I've given a lot of interviews in Hindi, in
Okay, sir.
Marathi. I've not done one in English, but we
Okay,
can
sir.
focus more on, rather than talking about me,
Okay,
talking
sir.
about them as to how they can get into United States. Like in the
Absolutely.
USMLE
Yes.
versus NEET, when to apply, what to do. That type
Okay.
of things. Okay.
Let's
Means
do that, sir. Yes, sir. Uh,
means if you are doing previously people used to do, like I did MD medicine and came to US. In United States, MBBS is called MD. So after med school, you get MD. So you have to know those distinctions.
just
So I'm not so sure that helped me much doing MD. Means I got the experience of seeing so many patients and I could give something back to the society, right? But I would say, like, you can try after MBBS, to get into United States. Now the government colleges end in January and other colleges end in June. The US cycle starts in June. So
okay.
if you want to get admission in June with other colleges, you have to apply in June of the previous year.
Okay.
But most people still end up wasting 1 year after MBBS. And if you are in AIMS or JIPMER, then see, I researched for you guys to see what's going on in India. So
Okay,
then
sir.
you end in January. So
Okay.
then you have some time to apply. So you have to apply a year out, to get into the June program. Now let's just look at the statistics because numbers don't lie. Okay.
Yes.
About 200,000 kids, 2 lakh kids apply for NEET PG, and about 55,000 seats are there, right?
Yes, sir.
So about 25% people get. So
Yes.
you have 1 in 4 chance of
Yes.
getting a PG seat, right?
Yes.
If as a foreign medical graduate, if you apply to United States residency, you have a 58% chance.
Oh,
That's
that's
just cold hard statistics.
right.
Now, what is a foreign medical graduate? So suppose there is a US citizen that is born and brought up in United States, but can't get into a med school in US. So he goes to Caribbean or Bermuda or wherever to do med school, or comes to India to do med school under the OCI quota or whatever. That American citizen will also be called as a FMG, a foreign
Okay.
medical, and they will be applying with the same quota.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine you are running a hospital, okay, and you are staffing it with 2 doctors, and you get one candidate from Bangladesh who's not exceptional, but he's as good as the Indian candidate. But you are going to think, why do janjat? Because what if his visa doesn't get approved? What if there is some protest somewhere on Instagram and that doctor has to go?
Mm-hmm.
Why take a chance? So residency programs in United States will always want to hire Americans first, right?
Right.
But if you are a non-American foreign medical graduate, you have a 58% chance of matching. If you are American born, American brought up, American citizen, and you are a foreign medical graduate, your chance is 68%. So it only goes up by 10%.
10%. Yeah.
America is one of the fairest countries in the
Exactly.
world, so you have a good chance of
Right.
getting into US residency. Now,
Right.
some people would say that, you don't get residency till you have US experience,
Yes.
which is not necessarily true. If you don't have US experience, you have not done any observership in United States, your
Mm-hmm.
chance goes down substantially, but it doesn't go down from 58% to 25%. It goes
Mm.
from 58% to 40%, 40. And that's still better than the chance of NEET PG. Now, suppose some students are there who are financially not able to come to United States. They can't afford the air ticket. They may not be able to get the visa. Okay. Uh, so I'm from GS Medical. So I
KM.
don't know KM. So
Yeah.
are there any students listening who are from KM?
We have around.
Some, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a
Understood.
program.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whether Nair, Topiwala, or GMC does that, but we have started a program by KM doctors in
Mm-hmm.
US that if a student who's a alumni of GS Medical KM who doesn't have money to come to US or whatever, will pay for their air ticket. So
That's
they can
lovely.
contact me on social media, okay? And then we'll try and put them in touch, and we'll get them the air ticket and the visa assistance, whatever needed. And I'm sure Topibala and GMC might have some
Might have.
programs. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. We have some fund set aside for that. And there is another trick whereby I can make your chance of getting into US residency from 58% to 98%.
Oh, that's interesting.
But but if I tell it on this forum, it won't work. You know why? Means it's not that I want to start private consultancy or make money on it. Let me tell you something about the private consultancy and agents and money or whatever. If there is anything, literally anything that is asking you for money, stay away from them.
Okay.
They're of no use. They are less than useless. Stay away from them. Okay. I am thinking about, but I may not do it, yeah, because thinking about coming up with a program whereby I will do my own assessment and select some students, okay? And I'm thinking, say just I'm just talking in there just for fun. Say I charge them $3,000. You know how I will do it if I'm doing it? The fee is to be paid only if you match into a residency.
Oh, that's
So
great.
your poor parents don't have to come up with those $3,000, and you don't have to pay till you finish 1 year of residency. So
Right.
you have enough money of your own, and you have a choice of either paying or making a donation to the charity of your choice, and nobody is
Mm.
going to check whether you did that or no. So as but if anybody is asking for upfront money and giving you experience in US and all that, stay away from all those guys.
Okay.
Absolutely useless. Okay, I like that.
Right.
And means they'll just take your money, and I just feel bad. Means this just like literally like vultures, they are
Yeah.
preying on like impressionable young minds. I
Yes.
mean, I don't want to use such strong words. I mean, they're doing a business, they're trying to make a buck too, but it really doesn't help you, so why shell out the money? So
Yep.
the trick that I have, the reason it will not work is, I'm one of the best person in the world, if not the best in the world, to find deals on travel. Means
Okay.
I'm the emperor of that. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I found a deal for to go to India for $250
That's
from
it.
United States round trip.
Oh, round trip, that
Okay.
too. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I told that to a medical student. He put it on WhatsApp. By the time I went to book it,
It just.
97,000 people were on that site. So,
Oh,
so the idea that I'm about to tell, if everybody uses that idea doesn't work. It's
right.
not unique anymore. So
Yes.
I'm thinking, if people who are seeing this, if they
Yes.
follow me on social media, I typically answer like, I'm getting a lot of messages now on Instagram. So if it is something interesting, maybe I'll answer one in 5,000,
Yeah.
whatever. So I don't know.
Okay.
But if somebody connects to me and the conversation is interesting enough, I will share the idea with them with one condition. They can't put it on WhatsApp.
Right. Or
They
that's.
can put it on the friends group. They have to pledge to me that they will not share it with anybody else and keep it to themselves. Then only I can share that idea to them. And that idea, I guarantee, will increase your chance of matching into US from 58% to 98%. Done,
Suggest
guaranteed.
that one to me first.
Of
I am
course, but don't share it with anyone. Okay,
yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
all right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and which for example, we're talking about NEET PG, right?
Yes, sir. NEET
And
PG.
now there is,
Let's for a matter of fact compare NEET PG versus USMLE. NEET
I
PG.
mean, let me first start. Okay, one
Okay.
thing.
Hmm.
Now there is so much chatter, and
Yeah.
that irritates me so much about like US is this, US is racist. US is racist, but US is the least racist place on the earth. US is less racist than India, guaranteed. Yeah.
For sure, I
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah. Because there are half Indians who won't make friendship with you till they know what your last name is, like the last your surname. So if you want to take NEET PG, you can take it once a year, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
USMLE you can take so many times.
Yeah.
You have a 3 month window to do. So for an Indian medical student in India, it is easier to take an American exam in India than
Yeah.
taking Indian exam. And America is racist. What the
Yes.
hell, right? So we need to make it simpler. Now imagine there was a 16-year-old boy in 1985, and there is a cricket tournament, the chance to decide his future. And that day Tendulkar has flu
Mhm.
and he doesn't perform well. So is his career done? So you are judging a
Absolutely.
child based on a 3 hour exam? Means is that some kind of joke to play
Yeah.
with people's future? This assessment, like United States, have to be longitudinal.
Right.
They have to be based on what that person has done in the 16 years. How do they speak? What is their essay? What are their reference letters? What else have they done? And this is something that India needs to learn, and needs to learn
Absolutely.
quick, right? I mean, this is this
Absolutely.
is this is they're just playing with our bright kids. Look at like how much depression there. Look at the suicides that is happening. This is just crazy. Yeah.
Agree, sir.
But
Absolutely.
yeah.
Gone through that. In that phase, it feels like this is the end. If you don't do it, this is the end. I mean,
But
like
let me
that's
tell
the
that to
scenario.
tell that to medical students. First of
Yeah.
all, nothing is the end. You know,
Yep. Absolutely.
nothing is the end. Means say for example, a person studies hard, gets into US. A friend of mine studied hard, got into US residency, had put a crazy Facebook post about something, really crazy. And my friends, medical students, you have freedom of speech, freedom of thought, but just stay away from posting something crazy on social media. Just don't do that. It's
Mm.
not worth your future. Okay.
Okay. Right.
He posted something totally crazy on Facebook, something totally crazy.
Can
And
you
his
share the context, like, so that nobody does that kind of mistakes?
no, I mean, he was saying that how America is an imperialistic country that sucks the blood out of. I mean,
Oh,
the American embassy said, well, means, you have right to your opinion, but then don't come here.
actually.
If you
Mm.
think we are that bad, why are you coming? Yeah, just don't come, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So he was like sort of feeling very bad, but he can
Mm.
still apply again, right? It's
Okay.
not one and done. And I'll
Right.
tell you an important story. Winston Churchill. Now, Indians don't like when I quote Winston Churchill, but he said some interesting thing. When Winston Churchill was born, his father's cousin wife was also pregnant. And if Winston Churchill was born a few minutes earlier, he would have been Duke of Marlborough. He would have inherited crores of rupees. He would have been a lord, and he would have inherited about 50,000 acres of land. So, because he was born 9 minutes late, he didn't get any of that. So, when he was a child, people were saying how unlucky he was, because had he been born 9 minutes later, he would have inherited all that. But then he could never have been the prime minister.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
he took his fate in his own hands, and he changed the history of the world.
Mm.
So I'll tell the Indian doctor students, nothing is the end. Life will find a way. Something else will happen. And just look at the And say like you are MBBS, okay,
Mhm.
and you don't get into NEET, you apply for US, you don't get it, then you get residency and you don't get the visa.
Mhm.
That's not the end of the world. There was a British private practitioner, simple country doctor, just private family doctor, basic medical degree. He was sleeping in the afternoon and he heard his dairy maid talk, and she said, I cannot have smallpox because I've already had the cowpox.
Mhm.
Edward Jenner,
Oh,
birth of smallpox vaccine, 1796.
exactly.
And Britain put that vaccine commercially in the market in 3 years in 1796. So that was, who's the smartest German doctor? The smartest, actually, who's the smartest doctor in the history of doctors? Robert Koch, the
Yes.
Koch's postulates.
Yes.
He was doing private practice in a small village in Germany. Ronald Ross, who conquered yellow fever, he was didn't want to be a doctor. His dad forced him to be a doctor. He tried a lot other things, failed in everything, and he conquered yellow fever.
Yeah.
So we just look at our history, how
Exactly.
people have, So don't lose heart. And life is more than all that. So just make
Absolutely.
your life bright and bring that brightness in your patient's life. Anything that you touch
Right.
should be brighter.
Mhm. So one more thing, I just wanted to know from your perspective that how did you decide to go to US? I mean, like there must be one turning point. Then you thought, Kesha, I think I think I
No,
should
no, I
explore.
wanted to be a history professor.
Okay.
So my mom said, like not too many people take history by choice in
Right.
India.
Right.
So she said, why don't you be a doctor and do history as a hobby?
Right.
And I love to travel.
Okay.
So when I grew up, it was not possible to travel internationally, right?
Mhm.
So, but I used to read Jules Verne's book,
Okay.
the French guy. What a genius. Like, I mean, if you look at Jules Verne, I mean, all those people at that time, Louis Pasteur, Jules
Mm.
Verne, Ferdinand de Lesseps,
Right.
on the French side, on the German side also, there are a lot of people, Robert Koch. Look at so I wanted to see the world, and seeing the world is very easy from United States, right? So I
Right.
thought I'll come to United States, and then people are so friendly here, right? It's just don't go by what you're hearing. But when you come here, you need to assimilate. When I came here, luckily there was no internet. Means there was internet, but not much. So if
Mhm.
there was internet, I would just watch cricket. But now
Right.
because it wasn't there, now I'm into American sports, I have a lot of American friends, right? So you
Right.
need to assimilate here, be the part of the fabric. And
Yes.
then you need to, so if you only make Indian friends after you come here, then what's the point?
Exactly.
So my best friend here is a Bangladeshi guy who was ethnic Western Pakistani. His
Okay.
family. So he tells me what he thinks about India. He tells
Right.
me what he thinks about. Then I have Iranian friends. I have
Mhm.
Russian friends. I have Ukrainian friends.
Yeah.
So I have a friend from Lebanon and a friend from Israel, and we sit and
Oh.
have coffee together. So that's United States. And
Right.
it's not about money and all that. It's also about making living a good life. And the thing is,
Yes.
I was talking to a student who had cracked NEET,
Right.
and he was telling me about like the private college, this option, that option. And I'm fairly bright, but there are two things that I don't understand. One thing I didn't understand was like how this NEET PG works. It's frozen. Are you still there? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I am there. Is internet weak from my part or your part, sir?
Yeah. Okay. So
I am on
Yeah.
Wi-Fi actually.
No, no. I
Can you see
think
me?
my part maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Even I'm on Wi-Fi. It should be fine. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Sure.
yeah, I can see you. Right.
Yes.
So I'm fairly bright, but I was not able to understand what is this private thing and some quota for that, some quota for this, So it's like very difficult to understand, right?
Yes.
So that's
Sir.
not really fair. And then if this say, I think the people who are in the middle class, I think they suffer the most, So where
Mhm.
are they going to find that money? And
Mhm.
like they have to pay so much and they want to make a honest buck, then people are saying like, oh, like are you taking cuts, like are you getting money from pharma?
Mhm.
Means when a doctor recommends a brand, there was some stupid rule few months ago. They said a doctor cannot prescribe branded medication.
Mhm.
Well, then don't approve any branded medications in India. So
Yeah.
so the government bureaucrats will take money from the US pharma to approve those meds, and then you will go after the doctors because they're writing. And at times, like I drive a BMW, I love it, and I think it's worth every penny because it drives better than
Yes.
other cars. So if I'm telling you a brand, maybe I think the brand performs better. It's not that I'm getting a
Mhm.
cut. And
Mhm.
then this question was asked to me during COVID. You know,
Mhm.
they said like, would Pfizer and Moderna pay you a commission?
Mhm.
I said, I have not made one single penny from anything. But the answer that I gave in Hindi, I think it is important, and I'll give it to you now in Hindi.
Yeah, please, sir.
I asked that anchor. I said, इंडिया की दूसरी लहर में आप जिनके गोद में खेले, आपके बगल में रहने वाले चाचा जी दम तोड़ के मर रहे थे, आपने ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर का ब्लैक मार्केटिंग किया, जब वो मर गए तो चीता के सामान का
Track marketing हुआ.
ब्लैक मार्केटिंग किया, और अभी अमेरिकन फार्मा को नैतिकता के पाठ पढ़ा रहे हो.
Right.
मतलब you have to, and the thing is American pharma is greedy,
Mhm.
no question about that. they
Yeah.
they will they will gouge whatever they can get out of you.
Yes.
But if you take gumption out of them, if they can't make money in it, then
Hmm.
why will they discover new products? Right?
Exactly. Hmm.
Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1922, 1923. Then
Yeah.
that discovery was just laying like that. In
Mhm.
1941, he tried using it again. He was going around on bicycle. There were only 30 doses left of penicillin. UK army didn't have any money. US army didn't have any money. He went to American pharma. They said we can sell this. And there were 646 crore doses of penicillin within
Oh,
months. So unless there is money in it, why will pharma be interested? And
exactly.
if you work on 100 products, only one is going to work. So
Right.
the R&D of the 99 products have to be recouped from
Right.
that one product. So you can penalize people for making money. You cannot aspire people. It's not that you be greedy, but the thing is they say, oh, you should give seva.
Mhm.
Seva is fine, but extracting seva from people who don't want to give it is not seva, it's khandani.
Right.
So we can do that. Like it's a means, it's not become like a so the bright Indian minds who want to go into medicine, I want them to make money. I want them to live a good life, and there is nothing
Yes.
wrong in it. And if
Actually.
something, and especially like some illiterate politician who goes in a helicopter is telling these doctors to come and do seva, the hell with it. Right? Yeah,
It
the
is
hell
very,
with it.
indeed,
Yeah,
very common.
yeah.
Mhm. It is indeed very common. And also, there is very strange thing that's happening around on digital media. Also, what I feel personally is when you go on the social media nowadays, there are n number of quacks are there who are openly promoting their products, openly telling patient stories, openly advertising themselves and earning crores and thousands of like
But the
rupees.
problem is, it's very hard to change that system because now
Yes.
GLP-1 agents are coming in India big time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
GLP-1 GIP-1 like Ozempic.
Yeah.
Now I heard that there are bridal packages offered, and
Oh,
3 months prior, the makeup people are giving Ozempic.
that's crazy.
Means these medications should not be allowed. We are saying to
Yeah.
come. Means India needs to crack down. Say I was there and I bought a shirt.
Yeah.
In
Your voice is breaking,
India.
sir. Your voice is breaking. Can you connect the
Yeah,
local Wi-Fi if you have?
I wanted to buy the shirt.
Okay. Actually, the video quality got stuck a bit.
I'm on Wi-Fi. I can. Yeah, yeah.
Are you able to see me properly? I think then it might be issue from my side. Just a second. I'll just
Is
I'll just
it
check once.
better now?
Yeah, it's better. It's better. I'll just check on my side. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe
So
maybe it will work better now. Let's hope. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, they won't sell it to me unless I had an Indian cell phone with an Indian OTP.
Okay.
And then I went out and I bought steroids, doxycycline. Means I could have.
Right.
So don't do babugiri on the things that don't matter.
Right.
Have some guts, and then look at who's writing prednisone without. I had a simple idea for Indian government. Okay, each doctor pays a fee
Hmm.
to like a natural system that and this can happen tonight. Okay,
Yeah.
doctor pays a fee, and government sets aside an internet company to do it. That
Hmm.
fee is used to research the doctor.
Hmm.
What is his degree? What has he done? And it
Hmm.
creates a unique national ID for that doctor.
Hmm.
So anybody can type in that ID and can see all the certificates. Where is his training? And the money that is used will also be used to hire ex cops, ex
Hmm.
police officer, to create a roving security. So our police can also, retired police can also make some money. And these roving security units will be driving all around India. They get a message that there is a problem at the hospital. They show up there,
Hmm.
and then doctors need to feel safe.
Right.
It cannot be. The problem with this is, say for example, somebody doesn't have a degree and he's treating a leukemia child with
Hmm.
prednisone.
Hmm.
That's a crime.
Hmm.
But prosecute him. You cannot take law in your hands. You
Right.
cannot threaten the doctor. You cannot say make him alive or something like that,
Hmm.
right?
Right.
So we cannot have the doctors, Indian young kids, 18, 19-year old, 1000 miles away from their parents, can be in fear from these hooligans,
Right.
these professional people. Where were these people when British were ruling India? How come they have suddenly become like all the dadas and gundas? Where do they come from? Everybody knows
Exactly.
who these people are. Can we
Right.
not do anything as doctors against these people? Like
Exactly.
take action, like make a blacklist of these people? Why do we tolerate this? I just don't get it, like what is wrong with our medical brethren, like during COVID, they were letting these stupid politicians dictate all the terms like this term.
Exactly.
Did they not
Actually.
have any spine to stand up to these morons and tell them that they are morons? Means I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, today itself, one incident actually happened. I mean, like there are so n number of incidents happening every day. But the thing I feel personally that what's stopping students or what's stopping medical students from creating a big national issue of this is support from the senior faculty. So support from the people in an authority. So they are also somewhat connected politically. They also are scared
you
about
know
their
and
jobs and
and the
duties.
thing is, now we have spoken enough about doctors. We can also speak from the patient side.
Right. Right.
We also need to doctors also need to, means I'm not, no, violence is never condoned, but
Right.
the doctors also have to be thinking like a patient.
Right.
Put them in their shoes, bring some humility,
Right.
let the patient finish their first thought. Don't jump on their interview right away. Means I always give an example. A 45-year-old guy was wanted to see me that day, and I wanted to go see a football game, and he was added on to my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying, oh my God, like what? I'll be 10 minutes late. And that 45-year-old guy had some indigestion, and he's wondering whether this is coronary. He has two
Uh-huh.
kids,
Okay.
they're in kindergarten.
Okay.
He doesn't have life insurance. He
Oh,
doesn't know what is going to happen to his kids. So he may be my seventh patient, but I am his first doctor,
right.
maybe the first
Absolutely.
time in his life. So I need to think like him.
Mm.
And once you start thinking like him, you will bring the empathy. And once we bring the empathy back, I think most of these things will go away. The professional hooligans will be there, but most of the other anger will go away on its own. We just
I
need to bring
agree.
some love to it. Right.
Not only for patients, I mean, but for your juniors or your
Absolutely. We have to, yeah, we have
Exactly.
to stand up for each other. And also,
Exactly.
there is a very important work-life balance. So you also need to enjoy, it just can't be. When I was training in KEM, we used to have surgical residents. So they used to sit outside in this coffee shop. ऐसा 2 दिन से खाना नहीं खाए हैं. मतलब then you are not managing your time well. Go take a shower, go watch a movie, take couple hours of nap, right? But you need to have good coverage, and you need to speak
It's
up
the,
for that,
I feel this is the
And the
saddest
senior
part
senior
in
doctors,
India.
senior doctors who go through this,
Mm-hmm.
and then they don't support their junior doctors when the same thing had
Absolutely.
happened to them. I mean, this is just
Absolutely.
ridiculous, right?
And this is so ridiculous. And actually, it scares me to do super specialty. Actually, my wife is doing super specialty right now in government hospital. So the thing is, they have enough residents over there, but there is zero planning amongst them. There is no shift duties. There is no weekend off or something like that. Even she is doing elective branch like plastic surgery, she gets like 3 4 hours, maybe 2 hours to sleep, and so it's ruined. I mean, there's a zero planning in the government system. HOD don't care, and that's like, I think entire country it is like that only. That's why residents are becoming toxic. I mean, there should be a policy for all the residents first of all, that if or even before going in residency, or all the residents together should make that ask.
And the thing that I would say is, we always speak about like changing the system. So when I was a resident, they added another unit in KEM,
Okay.
and they made it the Saturday unit. That meant my job will start at 8 a.m. every Saturday. 8 a.m. Saturday to 8 a.m. Sunday, 24 hours. 8 a.m. Sunday to 8 a.m. Monday, post emergency.
Mhm.
Every weekend for the entire year. And I
That.
would I would argue that I was one of the bright minds. I would have done some research. But I don't get a single weekend off in the entire year in the municipal thing. So the thing is, we keep talking about changing the system. We won't be able to do that. The
Absolutely
system
not.
is not going to change. So what can we do? What can we do that we can start 5 minutes from now? Be kind to each other. If you
That's
see
true.
somebody struggling, help them out.
Exactly.
If somebody
Yeah.
wants
Cover
to,
for
like,
them.
say, watch a football match, say, okay, you go, I don't like football. Next time when I want to go for like a singing program, classical singing, you cover for me. So
Mhm.
nobody else is going to cover for you. So you
Yeah.
cover for each other. You be like your strongest friends should be your fellow residents.
I
That was
always
mine.
believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you're like brothers, band of brothers, sisters.
Actually,
Yeah, so you need to
because
have each other's back,
yeah,
and because nobody else is helping you, you need to
yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Irrespective
And
of what you're doing.
it could be in simple things. Means you don't always have to pick fights, with the administration. They also have to run a whatever business, or senior doctors. They have some we don't know what they're, but you can help each other out, in the
Exactly,
process. Yeah.
exactly. Even immediate seniors in Indian context feels like they have achieved something so great. that just even being 1 year senior, they feel like they are the owner of the hospital, or they are the, they have the control over entire juniors. So that should also be not there, as you already mentioned. That be kind to even
You know,
like
you know,
if they're juniors.
when I was training,
Yeah.
the workplace romance was okay. because like if we don't do workplace romance, where are we going to find the people? We never leave the hospital. So I didn't like to work hard because I also wanted to enjoy my life. So
Yeah.
when I was a houseman, I fell for my registrar and we married. So
That's
now we are
lovely.
in the same practice. So she used to do my work, the blood work, everything. I
That's
used to
great.
like sit and watch TV, right? Yeah, so
Right. Very nice.
mm.
Okay. Yes, sir. Sir, one more thing I want to ask is about, apart from USMLE, if somebody just wants to come there for observership or fellowship.
Actually, I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you much better,
Yeah.
something much better.
Please.
Say you don't have the money to pay USMLE fees.
Yes.
Say you don't think you can clear USMLE. Say you don't want to give USMLE. Say you just want to do a job in US and make money. Okay? There are some people like that. It is possible now. There are southern states in US. They will, if you have an Indian degree and a 5 years of experience, and if you find a US doctor to mentor you, you can come and work in US with a Indian degree, and
That's
that is going to get more and more.
that's
Okay,
great.
yeah. So it's already there. So
Okay.
it's already happening. Right? Yeah. So that's
Okay.
possible. Right.
And if some, like, if there are so many students who wants to learn at the best institute like Mayo, Cleveland, so how can they approach these hospitals for observership, or maybe obviously fellowship and all? Fellowship pathways through the USMLE anyway, but for
Which
observership,
medical school did Joseph Lister go to? Where did
uh,
Louis Pasteur study?
yeah,
Where was
that's
Robert Koch? You
exactly
know, the guy who discovered that washing hands
Samuel West, Ignace
reduces
Samuel West.
infection.
Yeah,
Simon Weiss,
I think it was in
where he
Vienna.
trained? Vienna,
Vienna. Yeah.
Alemannia Krankenhaus.
Yeah. Yeah.
How what is Alemannia Krankenhaus known for?
I think it's mental hospital. Is it
No,
mental ward or something
it
like?
is known that Simon Weiss trained there.
Yeah. Yes.
So Indian students,
Yeah.
let that be your ambition, that the
Uh-huh.
institution be known for you rather than you going after a known institution. Enough
Exactly.
of that, because the getting into known institutions has become so much harder now.
Okay.
Don't waste time running after Ivy leagues and all that. Just
Okay.
don't waste time. Means if you get in there, it's great. Like,
Okay.
and then you just take everything lightly. Like,
Okay.
so my daughter got into like a Ivy League med school. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
here
Mm-hmm.
in US, like, and they were ranked one in the world at that time.
Okay.
And then next year they were ranked number three.
Mhm.
So I told my daughter, you alone brought your med school from number one to
One,
number
two,
three.
three.
And remember, if you are assimilating, medical college in US is known as med school,
Yeah.
not med college. Like
Yes.
that.
Yes. 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 Exactly. I mean,
But
it,
where she went to school, there the lady who got Nobel Prize for the mRNA technology was
Mhm.
teaching there. Like
Oh.
I trained in KEM, I
Uh-huh.
learned test tube babies from Indira Hinduja. So there is
Mm-hmm.
some clout to the
Right.
institution too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
and
Uh,
these recommendation letters that you get,
mm-hmm.
try and get it from Indian doctors who have American experience,
Okay.
and keep them as genuine as possible.
Okay. Okay.
And
Right.
also, brevity is the soul of the wit. So we want to deliver it in like a
Right.
constrained time, so we can test people's but I think we are having a very important discussion.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like, students in general have these questions only. First, we discussed about the USMLE in general, about the life in US, the issues that Indian students are facing. And now we were discussing about how to get in the US. Even rather than
Yeah.
USMLE approach.
So to quickly summarize, I would say, come what may, try to come to US. It's totally worth it. It's not easy, but it's not hard. Even
Yeah.
if you don't have a US degree, you can still get a job in US.
Right.
If you take USMLE, the odds are higher than NEETPG. The odds are 58%. You can increase it to 98%. Even if you're not a citizen, it doesn't matter, you know. Learn the US culture, okay, assimilate, and just do work life balance, and bring humanity to your
Mhm.
profession.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sir, is there any point of doing just observership? Do you feel that many people go nowadays for like couple of
Yeah,
weeks,
I means
evening?
I get like 100 requests, like
Okay.
say I know you. So
Yeah.
as a recommendation, I can tell you that I know you socially.
Right.
You have an engaging personality. You speak English very well. But I wouldn't know how you are as a doctor till I worked
Hmm.
with you. Okay. But
Exactly.
now it's like it's not totally necessary because like with Zoom and but you just need to understand the US work culture. It's very
Hmm.
different. Yeah. So you need to understand how it works.
All right. Few questions. Are you
Sure.
okay,
Yeah,
sir,
we
for
can take
questions?
live questions. Yeah, we can take live questions.
Okay. I'll just see that if anybody has posted, or I'll just cover the questions the audience have given. Guys, do you have any questions? Mm, you can ask in the audience. We don't have that. 13 people are watching
Okay.
right now, but as such, there are no active questions. But after the session, people will ask on the Zoom. So
Sure,
I'll
sure.
ask.
You can send it to me. I can make a video. Or
Yeah.
you can ask me now. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes. So a few things about, as I mentioned about the medical science and all is going uh, about the AI and stuff. So can we discuss little bit about
I mean,
that?
the AI, like when the musical dramas were very popular in Maharashtra, and then Prithviraj Kapoor came with cinema, and those means that's just the nature. Means
Right,
like 30 years ago, had you invested in a STD booth,
right.
after the cell phones came, like no one was going to use the STD. So that happens, and
Yes.
some jobs will be taken away by AI. Like then don't go so much for radiology,
Yep.
go for interventional radiology where you need like physical touch, or you need to be in touch with the patient. Some jobs are going to go away. So people
Right.
who are making money on the medical transcription and all
Mm-hmm.
that and billing, all that is going to go away. AI is going to
Yeah.
take over, and AI is already doing a much better job.
Ah,
But
that's
AI cannot take place of empathy.
that's the most
So
important.
then that behooves you to be more empathetic.
Yeah. Agreed, sir. Agreed. Sir, about a few things. One book you will recommend to all the medical students and doctors that they must read, or three books for that matter.
To do with medicine.
Yeah, to do in general, apart from medicine, or just in general, your suggestions for students.
There was a book called Agony and Ecstasy.
Okay, again, yeah,
It's
next.
about Michelangelo
Okay.
by Irving Stone. So though the book is about art, it also goes details into the anatomy, like how Leonardo da Vinci must have studied, Andreas Vesalius, all that. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful book.
Okay.
So you could read that. Second, I think you need to read Yes Minister and Yes Prime Minister.
Okay.
That's a timeless classic
All right.
of British humor on bureaucracy. Just reading it like elevates your English, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just so funny, and it just beyond comparison. And the third book I would recommend is called Leave It to P. Smith.
Okay.
If you have not read it, go
I'm
read
not.
it now.
Okay.
Leave It to P. Smith. It's just that will change your life. Okay,
I
it's
will,
like,
sir. I
yeah,
will.
and it's like no philosophy. It's just a romantic comedy. But it will change your life. Okay, Leave It to P. Smith. Okay, by
I
P.G.
will.
Woodhouse. Yeah.
I will, sir. I will. So few rapid fire questions I have.
Okay.
Uh, might find it funny. So one thing that Indian students lack at. Indian med students, let's say.
Indian med students. One thing, it's rapid fire. So let me
Yeah,
answer.
quickly.
Not calling everybody sir.
Okay, right, not calling. And one thing you're proud of learning from India, or you
Ancient
learn.
wisdom. Ancient wisdom.
Okay. One quality that you believe makes you, I mean, the best person or the best doctor.
That I want to be one.
That's amazing. And one habit that makes you successful in whatever dreams you have.
If you think of an unusual idea, do two things. First, write it down, and second, never let go.
Beautiful. Um, One more thing, worst ever advice you have ever got in your career till now. I will
The
ask the
worst
best.
advice.
Yeah, ask the best next, the worst first.
I'm a physician, but I also make movies. So you have directed 4 Hollywood movies and big budget movies, not like any movie. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
one of my friend told me that I'm your friend. I wish you well. So I honestly tell you, you should stop making movies. So honest friends are good,
Yep.
but they also need to be smart.
Yeah.
So beware of your honest friends who are not smart. Stay away
Agreed.
from them. Okay, yeah. It's better to have like a clever enemy than a dumb friend. Okay,
Agreed. So then the best advice that you have got till date.
I had started general surgery in KEM, and then I was having second thoughts. So I talked to a friend of mine, and he said, start writing down the things that you don't want to do.
Mhm.
And the first thing I wrote was operate. So, so
I
then I
think that's
quit general surgery, okay, and
yeah.
then got into medicine. Yeah.
I totally can relate with that actually. I initially wanted to do surgery, but then when I got after NEETPG, then I thought like let's do medicine only.
That famous French philosopher René Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. I said, I
Absolutely.
think, therefore I am not a surgeon.
Yes. So one one way or one smartest way to come to US, according to you, what the best way for Indian doctors?
Oh, for doctors, yeah. Okay. I think I would still say that right now, coming for research,
Okay.
if you just want to get into US, okay,
Okay.
still research is still the way to go. Right?
Yeah. As a
It's
med
easier,
student,
right?
yeah, as a med students also, you don't need to crack USMLE also for research. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Um,
And if you're not a medical student, then you can find a job on a cruise ship. It
right.
doesn't matter. See the
Right.
world, at somebody else's
Exactly.
expense. And there is no
Right.
shame in
Right.
working on a cruise ship. Yeah. What the
Yeah.
heck? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Just explore the stuff. I mean, the life is so big. You just have to explore the moments. Yes.
Absolutely.
Um, all right, sir. These were the questions. Last few questions, sir. The specialty you like the most as a physician or as an internist?
Internist, internal medicine, because that's the cult of the generalist, because I know more neuro than a GI,
Right.
more GI. And what happens is these days we have become so specialized.
Yep.
I ran into a medical student of Indian origin, and she told me that I looked at your patient, BUN, creatinine, urine electrolytes. I said, just wait, 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 doctor. That patient died this morning from heart attack. She said, yeah,
Oh,
but the creatinine is
that's
okay.
normal.
She just moved on. So, urine electrolytes is the thing that irritates me the most. Nobody ever looks at it. I don't know why this nephrologist ordered. I think the nephrologists are almost about as useless as radiologists. Right?
And now it's gonna be really controversial if I say something. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
All right. Right. Sir, one more question that are you satisfied with what you did
And
till
the
now?
thing is, with I'm going to make a reel about it. So remember in old movies, the doctors used to look at the X-rays and see what's
Mhm.
going on.
Mhm.
So 4 internal medicine doctors, we were looking at a cervical spine MRI. And I
Mhm.
was telling them this is the C6 root and this is
Mhm.
indented. And a
Mhm.
radiologist friend came there and he said, that's a pelvic ultrasound. We thought that was a cervical spine MRI.
That's
Okay.
that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. What were you saying?
It actually, I would like to tell something like that only.
Yeah.
So there was a CTG that was kept in the ER. So I just funnily asked my friend that can you diagnose the ECG? So that CTG thought there's a ventricular fibrillation. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So I wanted to ask one very important question that um, till now, I mean, you have worked so hard, but what makes you satisfied at the end of the day? Ki, all right, I'm doing good. And what this, because this thought is totally lacking in this current generation. People obviously want to earn more or even explore more things, but at the end of the day, they are not satisfied with their efforts or money, whatever they are earning. So, how do you
I,
feel about
I saw a patient yesterday, 96-year-old guy,
that?
born and brought up in South Korea. He's in a memory unit in a nursing home. Pittsburgh in November is very cold, very dark. He doesn't speak English. He was just sitting there all by himself. And I went to him and I said, Annyeong haseyo, gansu hanmida. I was just in Korea.
Yeah,
And the
right,
smile that he gave me
right.
just made my day. That's all I want to see. Okay.
Oh, that's absolutely that's gem, sir. That's gem. One more thing, sir. Where will you see yourself coming next 20, 30 years? What things you want to achieve? Just would like to know as a personal fan, I would say.
I I would like to see me not asking or answering that question. Take life one day at a time and live it to the fullest. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's best.
where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Who knows? The people who are saving up to retire in 2019, what did they do during COVID pandemic? It is
Exactly.
very random, things change. So don't think
Yes.
5 years is too long, like. And some people say that life is short. No, life is too long. Don't get stuck into doing something that you don't like to do.
Mm. Just
If
because
you
the
like
peer
what you
pressure
do,
is there.
if you like what you do, you don't have to work.
There's so much of pressure currently, actually. Even like I would like to tell my personal thing, maybe off the chart we are going a bit, that I wanted to do super specialty. I got it, but what I felt is ki this 3 years again give that much of focus or attention, we can say. And what is the output of that? I'm like, again, you have to start from day zero, right? So that's why I thought ki maybe I
Yeah,
should
this
just
is this is
explore.
becoming crazy. I think in future, if you are super specialties over 1 year prior to your retirement, that would be good enough.
Actually, that's gonna be really crazy. All right, sir. For my personal question, obviously, I'll just catch up with you later.
Sure, sure.
For
Yeah, I can call you when I'm driving. Yeah. Okay.
yep. All right,
Okay.
sir. I think it was wonderful session for the students as well, and obviously enlightening for me as well. I'll just check in if anyone has put any questions. But no, I mean, like this was totally a surprise for them, so maybe they
Yeah,
were
yeah,
also
yeah.
not
Yeah.
prepared.
So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just you can put a recording and then we'll
Maybe
see.
we can
Yeah.
catch up later as well. Let's try
Sure,
to do
sure.
it in little Hindi, Marathi.
How about no no? How about let people watch this? Let's see how they react, and then
Okay.
we'll do a rapid fire session with their questions only. Just the
Agreed.
questions. You moderate them. Okay.
Agreed, sir. Chalega. Question
Okay.
and
Chalo.
answer session we can take. Okay.
Chalo.
Thank you
Bye
so much.
bye.
I'll just take a
Thank you.
picture, screenshot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just
Please.
do thumbs up. Let me just take one more. All
And I'll
right.
give you a caption for that picture.
Yeah, please, sir. Absolutely. Yes, please. Thank you so much, sir. It was lovely to talk to you, and would
For
like to
this
meet
pic,
you.
yeah, yeah. Please,
Yeah.
for this picture, I will give the title.
Yes, sir. Please.
द्रोणाचार्य द्रोणाचार्य ही अंगूठा छाप निकला तो बेचारा एकलव्य क्या करेगा. All
That's
right.
the point. All right.
Okay. Chalo.
Yes,
Bye
yes.
bye.
Okay.
Bye
Bye, bye,
bye.
sir. Take care. Have
Bye.
a good, happy weekend.